Hey guys, Grogar back again with a Zul'Aman timed run video. I forgot to press recording right at the start, so we'll be starting from just a bit in, which is right at the entrance to the Eagle boss. So you run up this ramp, you have to start the event by hitting the scout right at the start. You get some trash. Windwalkers should be what you're killing first in each of these packs. There's one in each pack. You get a Windwalker and a Protector. The Windwalkers cast Chain Heal. They're very like Shamans. They have Lightning Bolt, Chain Heal. So I always mark these as a skull and try and get these down as quick as I can. I usually run on to the next pack as a tank because I'm tanking this on my warrior. Run to the next pack just before the last pack has died. You will be getting more extra packs running in, depending on how quickly you do it. You'll start off by getting a pack of Eagles, which is just a large AoE pack. They have very low health, just AoE them down, very easy to kill, don't do much damage at all. And then you will get two Warriors, which come from behind you, so you have to be careful of these, especially as a tank. Make sure you pick them up. Now this Tempest here that you might see there's the Warriors that I've not quite got yet, but I charge in and grab them. This Tempest that I just picked up, you may have noticed. Once you kill him, once you engage him, it might actually be the whole event running up to here ends. So you start getting trash spawns. It's just kill him and then move on to the boss. I usually, once he's on about 50%, start running up towards the boss's perch. The first boss is the Eagle boss, which is incredibly easy. I've heard it's fairly tricky on the healer, but the healer we're running with today is very skilled and he has absolutely no trouble. We do massively outgear this as well. I just focus my healer so that I can see what mana he's on. And the Boomkin override goes right at the start, but I grab him back. Basically, this boss, tank and spank with a bit of raid damage. You see that white bird, the Armani Kidnapper, that will pick up random members of the raid. Range DPS just have to nuke them down. A little trick here, if you're a prot warrior, you can use your heroic throw or your shoot or any kind of ability like that to kill the sparring eagles, as you might see I did there, to get a victory rush. Now I think they fixed it so that you can't shockwave or thunderclap whenever they're down. You see, I try and I don't get it, but I think you used to be able to. So I think they fixed the fact that you could shockwave or thunderclap the birds to get a victory rush. Now it seems that you can only either shoot them or heroic throw. So we killed that boss. I think you started with, it might have been 15 minutes, it might have been to start off. You get an extra 5 minutes after you kill that boss, and you've got to complete the first 4 bosses within 25 minutes to get the bear, which you see me on right now. So I jump down there and then jump onto these trash back. I always kill the Archon first because he's a spellcaster. He's probably more dangerous. As a tank, you see, I'm currently standing on an Earthquake, which is a bit of a fail of me. They are very hard to see, especially on a ramp. So make sure you move out of them as quickly as you possibly can. They do a lot of damage and you'll probably get beaten unless your healer's very ready. See, I moved out of that one quite quickly. Now, both of these mobs will cast Glory of the Zandalari. This makes them big, puts them into a berserk, gives them a few new abilities. I'm not exactly sure what they are, but I usually just try and stun lock them after they go into Glory because they are stunnable and, you know, your DPS should be able to kill them very quickly. Now we're at the run up to the bear boss. Very simple trash here. One of the few tricks is that a lot of the trash will be able to be attackable before you can actually be hit by it. So as a prot warrior, I always get my rend and then thunderclap on them all before they're actually attackable, before they actually attack me. So I always do that. I have a little bit of an oh shit moment here. My healer's a bit behind, but it's not his fault. I shouldn't have pulled really. So I have to pop some cooldowns there. Pop shield wall and last stand just to keep me up. But it's all good. You know, if you can use your cooldowns effectively to pull quick and big packs, then that's the secret to doing this very quickly. So just running up. Here's another pack that's about to spawn that can be attackable before they can actually attack you. So you get your rends up. Shockwave is just so handy. I've seen videos of other tank classes trying the Zul'Aman timed run, and you can do it with any tank class. I just find that a Prot Warrior is just massively more effective, just because of the amount of AoE stuns and AoE threat that we have. And we just, we are in a really good place as Prot Warriors at the moment, I feel. So you kill this pack. The medicine men on these trash is usually the mob I try to attack first, because they can heal. And it's just usually easier to kill the healer or the spellcaster, I find, first. Warbringers, fairly big hitting mobs, 2 of them. When they hit down to 35% health, they will unmount, and you'll get the nearly dead Warbringer and the bear. Now, as you see here, I stun the Warbringer just before 35%, usually at about 45 to 50. And if you stun him about then you do not get you do not get the bear, you just get the Warbringer, so it makes it a hell of a lot quicker. Usually, a lot of the time you don't time it right and you'll get them, but if you can time it right with a shockwave or a concussive blow, then you're pretty much sorted. Here's a fairly dangerous trash pack. There is this trash pack does hit fairly heavily, and it's one of the hardest trash packs in the dungeon. So if you've got cooldowns for this, I would advise using them. As a Prot Warrior, I find in a rage very useful. In places like this, and a well-timed victory rush really can help your healer out. We don't really stop at all for mana breaks. We've just got to use Innovate from the Boomkin and Mana Tide Totem and things like that. Well, you see, I didn't quite. I think I did concussive blow the Warbringer, but I still got the bear. So just quickly finish him off. And here's the bear boss. See, I just gave my healer a few seconds to start drinking, and yeah, we're all ready. Right, the bear boss. Exactly the same as the old bear boss. I think all of the 4 bosses are exactly the same, really, as their old counterparts in TBC. First phase, he will charge the furthest person away from him, inflicting melee damage and giving them a debuff, which increases physical damage taken by 500%. Now, obviously, your tank can't take this because he'll be one-shot via melee, and you can't take this twice in a row. So you have to have 3 of your raid. He does 3 in each phase 1, so you have to have one person go out and then swap with another person and then swap with the final person, so that nobody dies from it. Very easy. Just give yourselves an order and make sure you're the furthest away. Very easy to do. Then phase 2, he turns into a bear, and it's just tank and spank, really. He doesn't hit that hard at all. I don't find it that hard to manage. I mean, I usually pop a cooldown or 2, but it's really not that much tank damage, I don't think. Maybe it's just my healer, but I don't find it that hard to survive. And then back into phase 1 again, and he usually dies halfway through this phase. So there's the first charge, and the second, just as he dies. And then you move on. That is the second boss down. And then you get another 5 minutes added onto your timer after killing this boss, and then that's it. That's your timer finished. You get 25 minutes in total. You start with 15, and after killing the first 2 bosses, you get an extra 5. This is the run-up to the Dragonhawk. You may see scouts around. Scouts, if you don't kill them quick enough, they will call reinforcements, which could, be potentially dangerous. You don't want more mobs running in. So you just aim to kill the scouts as quickly as you can. My Boomkin goes kind of crazy here, as he does a lot and, pulls everything off me, so it's very hard as a Prot Warrior to, once you lose threat, to get it back without taunt. Maybe I should have put Vigilance on the Boomkin rather than the Warrior, but because you just can't generate threat after you've lost aggro, then it is fairly tricky to get aggro back. So here's an Arch on from similar to before, so he casts Rage of the Zandalari, is it? I think might be Rise, I'm not sure. There you go, you kill that pack and you run through. You get another scout. That's he's not around. He is. There he is. You see, I charge him, stun, and then he's dead. My Boom King helps as well. This is just a big AOE pack with 1 trainer, so it's all It's all relatively low, you know, health Dragon Hawks, which could just be AoE down, and then one Amarnishi Trainer. So if you just kill him, he doesn't have much health at all. Right, and then you move on round this hut. And there's a scout just on top of that hill. There's another scout just in this pack in front of you. Let's get him down, and then there's a scout there. So I just make sure I always get them all. I think I should probably have utilised that big shout where you grab everything, but I don't really use that much. Maybe I should learn to use it. I'm not the best prot warrior in the world. I'm a very quick puller because I like to be quick, but you know, I'm definitely not the best at it. I just pull incredibly quickly. That's my usual trouble with random heroics, is that the healers can't stand how quick I pull. So I don't really do them that much. Now, usually we have this is another very hard hitting trash pack because of these two flame casters. They will deal massive AoE if you let them cast whatever ability they use. It really, really can hurt. So our healer wanted us to CC. We didn't, because I just ran in. I never really CC, I try not to. But as you can see, that really does hurt. So you just have to nuke them down incredibly quickly, trying to stun lock them. The thing with interrupting the fireball volley, I think it's called, is every time you interrupt it, the cast time seems to get quicker until it's uninterruptible. So you just have to be extra careful to make sure that you can stun them or kill them quick enough until they wipe the raid. And then that trash pack is dead. You're on to the third boss, which is the Eagle. We've done this relatively quickly up to now. We're on 14 minutes left, which is good for two bosses, really. So the Eagle. How we do it is we have the Boomkin dealing with the ads. So we leave one of the hatches up and we kill one of them. You'll probably see him swap in a second. Yeah, he dots that one up and that slowly goes down. And apart from that, just nuke the boss and AoE when there's excessive ads, really. I always avoid the fire on the floor, as always. You know, fire is never good. So you've just got to try and move out of that as well as you can. You can see some Dragon Hearts coming out, and then there's Hatch all eggs, because we got him down to 35% very quick. So now he spawns every single Dragon Hawk that's, you know, still in an egg. I pop cooldowns and just try and get them all, and then we just AoE them down, I think. So apart from that, it's very easy. Here you'll see Firebomb. The boss drops small fire bombs all around the room. Just find a place where there aren't any and just stand in it. Very, very easy to do. And then it's just a straight nuke to the end, really. It's an incredibly easy boss, this one. Very easy to execute. And there you go. Third boss down with 12 minutes remaining. Because of the 15-minute rule on YouTube, I'm going to have to swap over to the other video, so jump over.